This is KMTV 3 News Now, live at 10.
Less than 48 hours after a welcome mass to begin the new school year at Creighton University, students returned to St. John's to mourn the loss of a classmate tonight. 19-year-old student Joan Yambling died today after a chain reaction crash on I-80 westbound near 84th Street. 3 other students were badly injured when a semi slammed into their Toyota Prius. New at 10 reporter Andrea Braswell was on campus tonight as the grief poured out.
Craig, students gathered at St. John's Catholic Church at Creighton University to have a vigil of prayer for the student who died and the 3 others who were in the hospital tonight.
The Creighton University campus is coming together to pray for the students injured in this morning's car accident.
I didn't know them personally, but it's just like as a community we all come together over these tragic things, and I think it speaks volumes to the way Creighton's put together.
Emotions filled the church as students cried and hugged each other, praying for the recovery of their schoolmates.
We were just concerned because the Creighton community is such a close-knit family, and we want everyone to be okay at all times. So.
Molly Antonson says she wasn't close to the students injured, but has seen them in passing.
I had known their names on campus. They weren't like my best friends, but everyone at Creighton is so close because it's such a small school.
Creighton University's president released a statement shortly after the tragic event, saying, "It is with deepest sorrow that we learned this afternoon that several Creighton students were involved in a serious car accident. I ask that we all join together in prayer for the students, their families, and their classmates." Whether they know each other or not, students say grieving together is just what the Creighton community does whenever tragedy hits.
Still, they're a member of our community, and like if one person hurts, we all hurt.
And although 3 Creighton students are in the hospital tonight, Omaha police say their injuries are not believed to be life-threatening at this time. Andrea Braswell, 3 News Now.
Just a horrible way to start the new school year. Tonight, a moment of silence at the Omaha School Board meeting led by Superintendent Mark Evans for an 8-year-old boy. A car hit and killed Jalen Duncan late this afternoon as he crossed the street at 45th and Grover. Reporter Maya Sines has grim details about the death of a 3rd grader. Maya.
Yeah, Craig, we are near 44th and Grover Street, right outside of this church, where across the street from it earlier this afternoon, 8-year-old Jalen Duncan was struck by a vehicle and later died.
Any death is sad. It's, 10 years old. It's real early in life. It's not expected.
8-year-old Jalen Duncan died earlier this afternoon around 4:30 after he was struck by a vehicle near 44th and Grover Street.
At some point, the child entered the roadway from south to north, at which point the side mirror of the Mini Cooper, along with a portion of the windshield, collided with that child.
The driver, 23-year-old Noel Rangel, was driving his 2005 Mini Cooper eastbound on Grover Street when his vehicle collided with Duncan. Duncan hit one of the mirrors and the windshield. Omaha Fire Department transported him to Nebraska Medicine in critical condition, where he later died.
I'm not sure exactly what happened in this case, but there's a lot of mobile devices out there. There's a lot of distractions, a lot of younger drivers that have multiple people in the vehicles, just inexperience. Just all drivers, just be cautious.
Police say the young boy was with a group of children at the time. Police are finishing their investigation to figure out exactly what happened.
Ultimately, our investigation will be turned over to the county attorney's office for review.
Again, this accident is still under investigation. Police are asking that if any witnesses or anyone has any information, they do contact OPD. Reporting live, Maya Sines, 3 News Now.
And there is sadness tonight in Saunders County. A young life lost. 16-year-old Nolan Beckenhauer of Ceresco died in a car crash late Sunday afternoon. The sheriff tells us the driver of the car, David Butner, lost control. The car left a gravel road on County Road 8 about 4 miles northwest of Ashland. It rolled. Both 16-year-olds were wearing seatbelts. The driver, Butner, is in the hospital tonight.
Now, your Weather Alert First Forecast.
Well, over about the past 3 hours or so, I've been tracking a line of showers and thunderstorms that have moved across much of northeastern Nebraska, and now they're continuing to move into parts of the Omaha metro, and will continue to do so through the next few hours or so. Taking a little bit closer look at things, the scattered activity goes really all the way back from Columbus up towards Tacoma and Lyons, down, of course, into the Omaha metro, into parts of Bellevue, and there's still more showers down to our south near Falls City and extreme southeastern Nebraska. Here in the metro, though, pinpointing things a little bit more for you right now, some heavier activity out near Carter Lake and the airport, and moving kind of into the Papillion area right now. Bellevue also seeing some heavy showers, thunderstorm activity. All this is below severe criteria, and as far as our severe threat is concerned through the overnight hours, the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center has pushed that down farther to the south. Omaha was included in that earlier today, but like I said, now that is farther south into extreme southeastern Nebraska and parts of southwestern Iowa. On the latest timeline on what to expect through the rest of tonight and the upcoming week in just a few minutes. Craig?
It was a day Nebraskans will remember for a long, long time. People watched the skies in amazement. Look, a total solar eclipse worked its way across 468 miles of our state.
Everything went dark quickly, and then it started to light up, and everybody around me was screaming. It was, I got shivers.
It's the first and best eclipse I have ever seen, and I am glad the sun managed to peek out for us. It was wonderful.
It's quiet, you get goosebumps, you feel the wind pick up, you know, and the temperature drops. The rooster crow, did you hear the rooster crow? That was amazing.
Science is fun. Yeah.
Probably end up being one of my most exciting moments.
It's really big since it's a once-in-a-lifetime event. It's probably not going to happen for a long time.
This is in the middle of the path of the eclipse of 2017. It was the place to be.
Yes! Oh my gosh, this was amazing.
Of course, the show, the main attraction, was amazing, and we danced when it was dark.
You kind of lose the thought that you're looking at the sun. It's a perfect moon.
What's up for you? It was fascinating and really surreal. From Ravenna to Beatrice to Lincoln, Bellevue, and Falls City, we were there for all the excitement. My colleagues Jennifer Griswold and Jen Zeppelin anchored our coverage from Beatrice. Just after 1 p.m., the moon fully covered the sun and the area went dark.
We knew the Homestead National Monument of America in Beatrice, Nebraska was going to be a very special site. NASA actually designated it one of the viewing sites. Bill Nye was here because it's a place in the country where you were able to witness that path of totality in a clear, open space in a beautiful environment. That moment when they had said glasses off, that's something I think I'll remember forever. I looked around and saw people, everyone looking at the sky. Their mouths were open. It was a jaw-dropping experience in terms of this wow factor. That was just incredible. We were staring at the sun.
I know, staring at the sun where the moon had completely covered it, and it had just this amazing view as it was unfolding, and going from the Bailey's beads that we've talked about, actually got to see that, the diamond ring, the clouds cleared just in time for us to be able to witness the corona and take our glasses off, which was just amazing.
It really was incredible. And like you said, the clouds cleared. We had been waiting. That was the biggest factor we were worried about. I know as a meteorologist, I'm sure you were worried about, you were tracking it for weeks.
We had been, and we'd been talking about the overall cycles and patterns always showed, at least through November, that around the 19th, 20th, and 21st, that a system would come in. And it did come in on cue, unfortunately, but it did break in time with the cloud cover. I mean, almost to the second when we saw the moon totally covering the sun.
I have to say, it's just been an amazing opportunity to see something that people from all over the country, all over the state, but all over the country, coming together with this shared experience, and it's something positive. I've seen people on social media, people in Omaha talking about experiencing the 98% totality, and that was incredibly special for them too. And it's just beautiful.
It really is. I mean, something to see, and you knew, minute by minute, second by second what would happen, but to actually witness it and to be a part of something like this really is truly a once-in-a-lifetime thing, and just honored and thrilled that we could be a part of something like this.
I know I'll never forget it.
I won't either.
Rarely can you say a good time had by all, but it was today. It was fascinating. Here are some photos sent to us tonight by our viewers. Vivian sent us this one. Yes, she and her young son did not go outside, but they watched our broadcast. Thank you, Vivian. And here's one from Ivan. Let's go ahead and take a look. Yes, a happy guy there. His solar glasses look fantastic. He enjoyed the 2017 total solar eclipse. From all of our vantage points in Nebraska to the best pictures, even other parts of the country, you can relive the eclipse. Log on to 3newsnow.com. Sad news tonight. The co-founder of one of Omaha's most popular bakeries died over the weekend. Stefania Makavicius of the Lithuanian Bakery was 94 years old. Both locations, the original South Omaha store and the cafe at 74th and Pacific, will be closed on Thursday for her funeral. She was part of the original bakery that opened way back in 1963. After voting for weeks, it's official tonight. Iowa drivers have a new license plate design. Let's take a look together. The winning design, called City and County Reboot, won with more than 113,000 votes. The design's top blue border has city and other images. The bottom green border is symbolic of growth, nature, and wellness. The state will begin issuing those new plates next year. The president says he has changed his mind on Afghanistan. Pulling out is not an option. The next step in the war that has lasted nearly 16 years. Plus, an Ohio judge shot in front of his courthouse. The surprising way it ended. Next.
You're watching KMTV 3 News Now with Jennifer Griswold, Craig Nigrelli, Weather Alert Team meteorologist Jennifer Zeppelin, and sports with Adam Kruger. This is KMTV 3 News Now, live at 10.
Start your day one step ahead with 3 News Now this morning.
We keep you connected to what's new now and next, getting you around those morning hot spots.
We do have some debris on the roadway on 144th Street.
Tracking the storms every move.
All right, we continue to follow a lot of shower and thunderstorm action.
Keep you up to the minute on what impacts your morning.
Stay connected to this story all day long.
Download the 3 News Now app or follow us on Facebook and Twitter.
With the news you need to jumpstart your day.
3 News Now this morning, made for mornings.
Anthony's Steakhouse, an Omaha fixture for half a century. Anthony's invites you to cruise down memory lane for our golden anniversary celebration. With a sizzle on the grill and a rumble under the hood. One lucky golden ticket holder will drive away in this 67 T-Bird. Visit Anthony's for our throwback lunch menu and drink specials and get your golden ticket to win. Anthony's Steakhouse. For 50 years, still at 72nd and F.
We're children's physicians, the best place for kids for that next well check, flu shot, run in with strep throat or pink eye. With 13 metro area locations, we're right in your neighborhood. With same-day sick visits and extended hours for well checks, we're the convenient choice for busy families. Schedule an appointment online or call to set up a free get-to-know-you visit. Children's Physicians. We know children.
I was proud of my job. I was middle class and it meant a better life for my daughter. But with more foreign competition, I got laid off. America's tax code is so complicated, we can't be as competitive. Thousands of jobs like mine are lost to places like China. So when I see Congress working to cut taxes for working families and bring jobs back, I know how that matters. Tell Congressman Don Bacon, keep fighting for tax reforms that bring the middle class back.
South Omaha. Thanks for watching KMTV 3.
President Trump has outlined a new strategy for fighting the longest war in American history. The president traveled to Virginia tonight, where he detailed the next steps. Weijia Jiang has the latest.
Surrounded by soldiers at Fort Myer, Virginia, President Trump outlined his vision to move forward in Afghanistan.
We will not talk about numbers of troops or our plans for further military activities. Conditions on the ground, not arbitrary timetables, will guide our strategy from now on.
As a private citizen, the president criticized the war and advocated withdrawing from Afghanistan. He vowed to put America first as commander-in-chief. Monday night, the president pointed to the rise of terror groups as the reason to deepen U.S. involvement and pressured Pakistan to help.
Pakistan often gives safe haven to agents of chaos, violence, and terror.
President Trump's primetime announcement came after months of discussions with administration officials. Steve Bannon, who just left his job as chief strategist on Friday, was adamantly opposed to the idea of increasing troops. Defense Secretary James Mattis was in favor of it.
A hasty withdrawal would create a vacuum that terrorists, including ISIS and al-Qaeda, would instantly fill.
President George W. Bush first sent U.S. troops to Afghanistan after the 9/11 attacks. Since then, more than 2,200 of them have died. Weijia Zhang, CBS News, the White House.
More than 8,000 American troops remain in Afghanistan tonight. Tomorrow, President Trump goes to Arizona for a campaign-style rally. Well, listen to this. An Ohio judge ambushed in front of the courthouse this morning, but he too was armed and fired back at the guy. In Steubenville, Ohio, a man shot Judge Joseph Braziz this morning as he walked toward the Jefferson County Courthouse. The judge was with a bailiff. Both the judge and bailiff shot back, killing the man.
This was just cold-blooded, attempted murder on a judge.
There is much more to the story tonight. The suspect was Nathaniel Richmond. Richmond's son Malik served prison time for the sexual assault of an extremely drunk girl in 2013. He was back in the news recently when reports surfaced that the convicted sex offender is now playing football for Youngstown State and former Husker coach Bo Pelini. The Iowa State Fair sets a new record. How many people traveled to the event and why it crushes the attendance record from 2015.
And showers and thunderstorms continue across much of the metro tonight. When the rain will come to an end and the sun returns, next.
Welcome to Toyota's National Clearance Event.
We love adventure and we want something safe.
RAV4 comes with Toyota Safety Sense Standard.
Just imagine the things we'll see.
Here we go. Oh, look at the zebras.
Oh, look at those two rhinos. Oh.
Are they?
Oh. Maybe the beach.
Love the beach.
Right now, you can lease a new 2017 RAV4 for $199 per month or get $2,000 customer cash on a new RAV4.
Enjoy the sights.
Toyota, let's go places.
Invisible, invasive, underestimated. Nematodes are stealing over 10% of yields, and current protection methods aren't enough. But a new seed treatment technology controls nematodes before they attack. Introducing NemaStrike technology. It provides broad spectrum control from the start and stays in the root zone as plants grow. Take back your bushels with NemaStrike technology. Strike where nematodes attack.
With my moderate to severe Crohn's disease, I kept looking for ways to manage my symptoms. I thought I was doing okay. Then it hit me. Managing was all I was doing. When I told my doctor, I learned Humira is for people who still have symptoms of moderate to severe Crohn's disease, even after trying other medications. In clinical studies, the majority of people on Humira saw significant symptom relief, and many achieved remission.
Humira can lower your ability to fight infections, including tuberculosis. Serious, sometimes fatal infections and cancers, including lymphoma, have happened, as have blood, liver, and nervous system problems, serious allergic reactions, and new or worsening heart failure. Before treatment, get tested for TB. Tell your doctor if you've been to areas where certain fungal infections are common, and if you've had TB, hepatitis B, are prone to infections, or have flu-like symptoms or sores. Don't start Humira if you have an infection.
Just managing your symptoms? Ask your gastroenterologist about Humira. With Humira, remission is possible.
Access points to the Elkhorn River remain closed tonight. The water is simply too high. The Papio, Missouri NRD says all access points and recreation areas on the Elkhorn in Douglas County are shut down. The campground is open. You can also try the Platte River Landing. It is now open as well. All right. Audra Moore in for Jennifer Zeppelin tonight, and we saw in Maya Signs live report near about 45th and Grover, raining out there tonight.
Yes, and it's still doing that, going to continue doing so for the next couple hours or so. Thankfully, that wasn't happening at 1 o'clock this afternoon. There were some clouds out there, but luckily they broke enough for the time